let's talk about the rest of your staff for a minute, and just your feelings about this incredible team of people that you've created, to take care of your people.
It's been a long journey for myself because, like so many entrepreneurs, you don't think anyone can do anything better than you can, etc. So you get people and you don't really give them full reign. And I joined a mastermind group locally, John Dealey's advisory council, and it was a godsend. For years, I had been, working with these lead groups and all, and it just never was a fit. I mean, they give me a lead for an air purifier. No, if I'm dealing with wholesaling hundreds of these things, and they want me to go spend half a day to talk to a hair salon. It's just not what I would do.
Right.
But then I found out the mastermind, which I'd been looking for years, but didn't know it's what I was looking for. And it didn't take them long to realize that, Fred, stop working in your business and work on your business. And give those who have the ability to manage and do the shipping, and let them do it. And if initially it's not quite up to your standard, that's fine. He said, you probably find they do it better than you do. And you know what I found? They all do it better than I do. Monique is so much better at customer service because she's always so nice. I'm usually nice, but if you get me in a bad moment, you'll never call back again. Patrick, on the operations, he is so efficient, and if I call him, he gets something done for me so fast.
I've seen that in my own experience.
Oh, isn't he?
He is like, get it done before you even ask.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And Colin, like I said, you call him, he knows pricing, he knows how to put together a system. He had such a passion. He spent months and years just listening to me. My office was next to his intentionally, and initially we were next to each other. He'd plant himself next to me, just listening. And then my office, and there was no ceiling, there was just a partition, so he could hear everything. And he's like a sponge, absorbing everything, taking notes. And now it's like I call him, hey, Colin.
And ask him a question.
Yeah, some of these things. It's gives me so much confidence that our customers, our clients, are going to be handled so well. And all of my staff know that they are never to come between the client and
you.
If the client needs me, which is rare, true. Now, my staff is that good. If they need me, they can get through to me.
And we've talked about Patrick and how incredible he is, and Monique, and you have a very incredible team, but it's not like there's hundreds of people here. You just have people that do the work of 10 people all in one. Just maybe you could just talk about that, because we haven't, mentioned, like how awesome they are.
I only have absolutely critical, essential people, highly gifted, skilled, and all, because it's too dangerous in this economy, unfortunately, to hire the people I wanted to hire. And I'm one of many, many businesses that would love to be hiring bunches of people, and you just can't do it. They'll put you out of business. And I have survived and thrived, but not always thrived, but I've always survived over the years because I keep my overhead as low as I can to maximize the actual service that we provide. And it's very important when you make a commitment to someone that you get this reverse osmosis system from me, I will be here 10 years from now to service it. It's easy to say. Try being there 10 years from now. In my case, 25 years later. I mean, there are people bought my water equipment 25 years ago that we're still able to service all over the world. And they say, really? Yeah, we are actually more competitive than some of the local operators because I've always built my equipment modularly. So if there is a challenge and it can't be taken care of over the phone, we just send, a replacement part, or often enough, if there's a challenge, we'll send the whole unit, even not even knowing if there is a problem. If it's customers is a problem, boom, they've got a new unit, because so many of our clients, it is their health on the line, and that's where my reputation has been established.
Maybe you can just mention, just real briefly, of the importance of the roles that they play as a part of this team.
I love, it when other people do all the work and I get to take all the credit. And that's kind of how it is here now. Yeah, for years I did the work but truly, Patrick is so gifted in terms of his skill with the English language, etc. I'm a word crafter, but he is just really good at getting things on the web quickly, efficiently, because I'm I'm more conceptual, visionary, etc. But I've learned to work with these engineers, but it still can be frustrating.
But it's so great because he's so systematic and so detail oriented, and so everything is to perfection.
You can appreciate the team.
I'll tell you why.
You put these parts together, so he is there making sure, like autoresponders and all, are functioning the way they're supposed to function.
But why is that important? Because you, as opposed to many people who are service providers and educators, are sending out things via your website, through videos, and so the roles that they play as a part of serving the customer are so essential in your company, because I think it takes the service that you provide to a so much higher level, because you provide so much education and support through those methods, and that customer, if they have a question, can watch that video and get the answers that they need, because they can't get you on the phone every single time. So if they need an immediate answer and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, right, they can go right to the website and find, the answer.
The answers are there, and when you've been doing things as long as I have,
but not every company does that.
No,
Fred. I mean,
but
the way you do that.
I don't charge for my consultation. When someone has gone to Wellness Lecture, for instance, wellnesslecture.com, they listen to the first 2 lectures, and it will answer almost every question that hasn't been answered in years for them.
Right.
Then when they get on the phone with me, they're not asking me to teach them Basics 101.
Right.
So I'm not wasting time. I'm able to zone right in on what they need. They have a basic understanding, some more than others, but it's okay. If they've done, or if they've read my book on adrenal exhaustion and chronic fatigue, this is what makes it possible for me to answer my phone.
Right.
If they want me to start from ground zero, they haven't listened, they won't read, $500 minimum. Take out your credit card. I'm going to charge you. No, I'm serious. My time is worth a whole lot more than that $500, but that's what it's going to cost you.
Right.
But if you will do at least the basics, you save yourself time. In 55 minutes, you'll gain all these answers that'll take me 2 hours to get answered with all the rabbit trails I take. And I'm not wasting your time, you're not wasting mine, and therefore I will give you my time, because now instead of 2 hours, in literally 20 seconds to 20 minutes, I can take care of most everyone. Unless there's what I call a real spiritual challenge, and we can take care of that, but sometimes that can take up to a couple of hours. If there's understanding that has to be. And that's a joy of mine too, as you know.
And somebody like me, I need people like that around me who are very systematic and detail oriented.
I will not hire a chaotic person, because I can create enough chaos on my own. It's my strength. And so highly organized, very you can tell where I've been working, because it doesn't look like anywhere else in the offices. Making sure the systems, we're in such an electronic age, where so much can go wrong. When it's supposed to simplify, it complicates. And yet communication, making it possible for people to get this information from our websites, other websites, and access this, being able to send them short training videos, and all of this is because of the electronic world. But if someone isn't on top of it, it can absolutely bite you in the butt.
Right. Okay, so there is somebody who isn't here today, but I wanted to bring her up because she's been a big part of your life.
No, really.
And I got a chance to talk to Patrick a little bit about it because, obviously, had she not become a part of your life, he said, I wouldn't have had this opportunity to be in this position. Patrick also shared the story about how he met his wife through this company, and now has this amazing child. So it's just all, a beautiful process. And if you could just talk a little bit about Kathy, your wife, and just the role that she's played in just supporting the vision of what the company is all about.
I tell people, when I stop working in the business and on the business, because she takes care of, like I say, the organization. The house is absolutely wonderful. I mean, like I say, the only place, there's one room that I can do my stuff and she'll leave alone. And when I'm
where you could just be your chaotic self.
Absolutely.
But that's
once
because
every 3 months she goes in there and straightens it out, and I go,
you can't find anything. Right.
But
the new idea that you had that was on a Post-it and it was over here, right?
But I mean, to give you an example, when I first got out of the business and worked out of the house 95% of my time, I mean, really, that's how good they are here. And within about 7 months, I had developed another six-figure income, side income, and it was amazing. And it's entirely because I had the freedom, because of her, to go do that.
Right.
And that's a difficult role to play, because where's the glory in what she's doing? And
Right.
there is no glory. And she says it's not necessary, and to a degree there isn't, but it really is true. The work that she does, and to make my life much easier, is a critical part, I would say an essential part, of my success.
Right.
Because you can have moments of brilliance, you can build something, but if there isn't maintenance going on,
Right.
it crumbles.
Right.
And I had enough of that in my life.
Well, and for you to be able to, like you say, I mean, she's an integral part of the business, but also just as the role that she plays just in your personal life. And I know you have grandchildren, and that there's a very a big passion and heart that she has. And I think it's just amazing that your entire family has found a way to work together and support each other, each in your individual roles, because you travel a lot.
Yeah, and Patrick and Liz did a good job on that grandbaby.
Yes.
I'll tell you, she is one beautiful grandbaby. Liz was my number one employee ever.
That's what he was telling me.
Brilliant. I mean, she was so much better than I ever even knew. I mean, she would make lists for it was literally years before I knew. She would make lists for herself of what she was going to do that day, and then if I asked her additional tasks and all, she wouldn't get rid of some of these. She would add it to her list and still get them all done.
Right.
And sometimes I'm watching this girl go and sweating, and oh my gosh, it's just amazing. And evidently Patrick, he really liked her, but she didn't like him at all, at the time.
Well, he said he walked through the front door of eWater, and there she was. I mean, aside from seeing his mom, he saw her, and that was it. So
she didn't want anything.
He says, "I'm so glad I came to eWater, because my mom encouraged me to come." And so,
but to his credit, because he's so gifted. Yes, I mean that's going to be a story they'll have forever.
Yeah, it's a great story.
Much of the reason he sucked it up and became so much of what he's still going to become. He still has so many giftings that he hasn't even begun to tap into.
Right.
And that's what I get excited about. This is an extraordinary man.
Right.
But he married an extraordinary woman, and they're two of my favorite people to be with.
Right.
They really are. When you say, who would I rather spend my time with, it would be these two.
Well, it's fun because I know he's in the days I've been here, meeting and shooting and interviewing a lot of the people, your clients and your customers. I mean, he's so busy and he's so laser focused on what he does. I finally had a brief moment one day to ask him. I just came up because I was looking for Kathy, and she was over with your grandchild, and so we'd start talking about your sweet little granddaughter, and wow, I mean, it's just you can just see
the eyes light up.
Yeah, oh yeah, the eyes light up, and it was just great to hear that story about how he met his wife, through the company. So with that, and I think that just really gives people such a neat sense of the fact that this really is a family business.
It is a family business, but it's important. A business has to get beyond the family.
Right. Well, it is, clearly. You have more than just family here.
And it is the passion. It wouldn't be enough if it's the passion and the seriousness with which Patrick takes his role over the whole operations.
Right.
He's that good and is so conscientious about it. That's why he works here. Not because he's family, and there's no biological.
Right.
But it's their function role, and it is difficult to make sure that that's first and foremost, because it is.
Right.
Any one of them would be gone tomorrow.
Well, any family business has those same challenges where people of a family work together, and that's what I see is that in my experience is that the higher dedication is to the vision of the company and serving the customer and serving, all of your clients. And I think but at the same time, there's a lot of heart behind it, because there are those connections.
These guys work hard.
And the other thing that I've seen in between them, and you can go to a company that's thriving and they're doing well, but there's no connection between the team. And your team has a very strong connection. I think that really speaks to their heart, their level of every single one of these people that I've met. They just have a very high level of integrity. They're great people, and you just feel their genuine and authentic commitment to do the best that they can, not for the company and just as people.